Have you ever felt that someone, somewhere, is carrying words in their heart that were always meant for you? Have you sensed an invisible connection that refuses to fade no matter how much time passes? Today's angel message arrives with a powerful vibration, one that speaks of truth, emotional release, and divine timing. The universe is whispering that a hidden confession is preparing to come into the light. The walls that once protected your soulmate's deepest feelings are beginning to crumble, and what has been buried in silence may soon be revealed. The angels want you to understand that people often hide their strongest emotions not because they do not care, but because they care too much. Fear of rejection, past pain, uncertainty, and self-doubt can create invisible chains around the heart. Your soulmate has been carrying something significant within them for a long time. They have replayed conversations in their mind, imagined different outcomes, and questioned whether opening up would change everything. But divine energy is now guiding them toward honesty. This message is not asking you to chase anyone or force an outcome. Instead, it reminds you that what is truly meant for you unfolds in perfect timing. While you have been focusing on your own healing and personal growth, unseen spiritual forces have been working behind the scenes. Every lesson you learned, every tear you shed, and every moment you chose hope over despair has prepared you for this next chapter. Your soulmate may have hidden admiration for your strength. They may have quietly watched how you handled challenges without giving up. Even if distance or silence existed between you, your resilience left a lasting impression. They realized that your light continued to shine despite difficult circumstances, and that realization awakened feelings they could no longer ignore. The angels reveal that the confession is deeper than simple affection. It is an acknowledgement of your impact on their life. They have begun to understand that meeting you changed their perspective, inspired personal growth, and challenged them to become a better version of themselves. Sometimes love is recognized only after periods of separation, reflection, or unexpected life changes. Those moments have brought clarity. You may have wondered why progress seemed slow or why communication felt confusing. The answer could be that your soulmate was fighting an internal battle. They needed to confront fears they had carried for years. They needed to release emotional baggage before they could stand before you with authenticity. That process has not been easy, but it has been necessary. The angelic realm encourages you to avoid negative assumptions. Silence does not always mean indifference. Distance does not always mean disconnection. There are seasons in life when invisible preparation matters more than visible action. Seeds grow beneath the soil long before anyone sees the first green shoot break through the surface. This message also reminds you to keep your own heart balanced. While exciting possibilities may lie ahead, your happiness should never depend entirely on another person's choices. Continue building your dreams, strengthening your confidence, and creating a life filled with purpose. Healthy love grows best when both individuals bring wholeness rather than desperation into the connection. There are signs around you that many people overlook. Repeating numbers, unexpected memories, meaningful coincidences, familiar songs, or vivid dreams may simply encourage reflection and hope. Whether you interpret them spiritually or symbolically, they can serve as reminders to stay present and open to positive change instead of becoming trapped by fear. The angels say your soulmate has finally admitted something important to themselves before admitting it to anyone else. They have accepted that their feelings are real. They can no longer dismiss the emotional bond or convince themselves it was temporary. This inner acceptance is the first and most important step toward honest communication. You may soon notice subtle shifts. Messages may become warmer. Conversations may carry greater sincerity. Someone who once avoided emotional topics may suddenly become more vulnerable. These changes often happen gradually rather than dramatically. The strongest transformations frequently begin with quiet moments instead of grand gestures. Trust that patience has value. Waiting does not mean doing nothing. It means continuing your own journey while allowing life to unfold naturally. Every experience you have gained has strengthened your wisdom and prepared you to recognize genuine intentions when they appear. The angels also encourage forgiveness, not because the past should be forgotten, but because resentment can become a heavy burden. If someone sincerely acknowledges mistakes and demonstrates meaningful change through consistent actions, forgiveness can create space for healing. At the same time, healthy boundaries remain important. Words become most powerful when supported by actions. Imagine what happens when fear loses its grip. A person who once stayed silent begins speaking openly. A heart that once hid behind pride starts expressing vulnerability. That transformation is what this message celebrates. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to act despite fear. If you have been doubting your worth, release those doubts today. Your value has never depended on external validation. The angels remind you that you deserve honesty, respect, kindness, and mutual effort. Never shrink yourself to fit someone else's uncertainty. Continue standing confidently in your truth. Interestingly, your soulmate's hidden confession may also include regret. They may realize opportunities were missed because hesitation controlled their decisions. Looking back, they can now see moments when they should have spoken, reached out, or shown appreciation. Reflection often brings wisdom, and wisdom inspires action. As this energy unfolds, remain calm rather than rushing to conclusions. Avoid creating expectations based solely on imagination. Instead, observe reality with an open heart and clear mind. Genuine relationships grow through trust, communication, shared values, and consistent care over time. The universe often works through unexpected paths. A random encounter, an unplanned conversation, or a surprising message could become the beginning of something meaningful. Stay receptive without becoming attached to a specific timeline or outcome. Flexibility allows blessings to arrive in forms you may not have anticipated. The angels want you to celebrate your own progress as much as anyone else's. You have survived difficult chapters that once seemed impossible. You have continued believing in brighter days even when circumstances tested your faith. That resilience has become part of your spiritual strength. Today's message is ultimately about truth replacing fear. Hidden emotions cannot remain buried forever when the soul seeks authenticity. Your soulmate's admission represents emotional growth, but it also reflects the powerful transformation taking place within you. As you become more aligned with self-respect and inner peace, you naturally attract relationships built on sincerity rather than confusion. Carry this message with quiet confidence. Continue investing in yourself, pursuing your goals, and choosing optimism over doubt. Whether the confession arrives through spoken words, meaningful actions, or an unexpected opportunity to reconnect, remember that your journey is guided by growth, wisdom, and hope. The angels leave you with one final reminder. Never underestimate the power of patience combined with faith. Sometimes the heart needs extra time to gather the courage to speak its deepest truth. And when that moment finally arrives, what was once hidden can become the beginning of an entirely new chapter filled with understanding, healing, and the possibility of lasting love.